Subaru Natsuki, was never summoned to Lugunica. On a quiet afternoon, somewhere far beyond the reach of Odd Lagna, Son Goku was finishing another day of training. The air rippled around him as he practiced effortless movements, trying to improve the calm state Wise had always encouraged. Then, without warning, the world cracked. A brilliant light swallowed the mountains, the sky disappeared, and Goku felt himself pulled through a force unlike instant transmission or any technique he had ever experienced. When he opened his eyes, he was lying in the middle of a narrow alley surrounded by stone buildings. Now, he sat up, rubbed the back of his head, and looked around. This definitely isn't Earth. The first thing Goku did was what he always did whenever he arrived somewhere unfamiliar. He tried to sense everyone's Kai. Nothing. No Vegeta. No Gohan. No Piccolo. Not even Beerus or Wise. There were thousands of living people nearby, yet their presence felt completely different. Whatever energy existed in this world, it wasn't the Kai Goku had spent his entire life learning to understand. Before he could think about it further, shouting echoed from the street. A silver-haired girl sprinted after a thief who had stolen a small insignia. In the original timeline, this was the moment Subaru entered Emilia's life. Instead, Goku stepped forward. The thief laughed as he turned a corner. Then suddenly, he wasn't running anymore. He was hanging several feet above the ground by the back of his shirt. "Hey, put me down." Goku smiled. "You shouldn't steal people's stuff." A second later, the thief found himself sitting harmlessly on the street, while Goku handed the insignia back to its owner. The girl blinked in disbelief. Thank you." "No problem, I'm Goku." "I'm Emilia." Unlike Subaru, Goku never lied about his name, never pretended to know the world, and never tried to impress Emilia. His honesty immediately stood out. Still, Emilia explained that the insignia had originally been stolen by someone else and sold onward. To recover it properly, they would need to visit a place known as the Loot House. Without hesitation, Goku agreed. Meanwhile, elsewhere in the capital, Elsa Reinhard smiled as she sharpened her blade. The Bowel Hunter had completed countless assassinations. She expected another routine evening. She was wrong. Inside the Loot House, Rome and felt weighted as the deal continued. The door opened. Instead of Subaru and Emilia, a cheerful man in an orange gi walked inside. Elsa attacked immediately. Steel flashed through the air. Goku raised 2 fingers. Clink! The knife stopped instantly. Elsa's smile grew wider. Interesting. She attacked again, this time with incredible speed. To everyone else, she disappeared. To Goku, she looked slow. He leaned sideways, avoided every slash without taking a single step, and gently pushed Elsa's wrist. The assassin flew backwards, smashing through the wooden wall before rolling into the street outside. Silence filled the building. Rome stared. Felt stared. Even Emilia forgot to breathe. Goku scratched his head. Oops, I used a little too much strength. Outside, Elsa stood up. For the first time in years, someone had completely overwhelmed her. Instead of fear, she laughed. I've never met anyone like you. She charged one final time. This time, Goku tapped her forehead. The impact launched Elsa across the street and through another building. She disappeared from sight. Before anyone could react, another figure arrived. A red-haired knight. Reinhard van Astria. He had sensed the disturbance and expected disaster. Instead, he found Emilia completely unharmed, felt alive, Rome alive, and a stranger smiling as though nothing unusual had happened. Reinhard examined Goku carefully. No divine protection. No recognizable mana. no spirit contract. Yet the strength before him surpassed anything he had expected to find inside the capital. My name is Reinhard. Goku. The two shook hands. Neither felt hostility. Both instinctively recognized someone who fought to protect others. That meeting quietly changed history. Because Elsa failed, Rome survived. Velt's future shifted. Emilia recovered her insignia. And Subaru never arrived. Far away inside his mansion, Roswaal looked away from the tome of wisdom. Impossible. The future written before him had changed. Someone outside, every prediction had entered Lugunica. Roswaal smiled. Now this is interesting. Days later, Goku accepted Emilia's invitation to the mansion. Rem distrusted him immediately. Ram watched silently. Beatrice pretended not to care. Only Emilia seemed completely comfortable around the cheerful stranger. Goku spent the first evening eating enough food for several servants before apologizing with an embarrassed laugh. Instead of appearing threatening, he appeared ridiculous. That made Rem even more suspicious. No one this powerful should act this harmless. When the village children disappeared into the forest, Goku joined the search without hesitation. There he encountered the Maybests. Unlike Subaru, Goku had no return by death. No second chance. No prior knowledge. But he did have decades of combat experience. The moment the beasts attacked children, he reacted. The forest exploded with shockwaves. One punch shattered an entire pack. Another sent the largest creature crashing through dozens of trees. Within minutes, the attack was over. The villagers celebrated. Rem, however, noticed something else. Goku had protected everyone, without expecting anything in return. That single act planted the first seed of trust. As night fell, Roswaal stood alone on a balcony overlooking the estate. If fate refuses to follow the script, he smiled. Perhaps the script must change. End of Part 1.